Maharshi Mihi Paramhans or Guru Maharaj, as he was commonly known, is a legendary spiritual master of the ancient tradition of Santmat or teachings of Sants. Sants meaning the mystic Hindu saints of the past. Through the in-depth study of the ancient scriptures, Maharshi Mihi Paramhans confirmed that the essential teaching of all scriptures is in unity. Venerable saints like Buddha, Kabir, Guru Nanak and Tulsi Sahib all advocated that the one and only way for God realization is by practicing Drishti Yoga or the Yoga of Vision and Surat Sabda Yoga or the Yoga of Sound. Maharshi Mihi Paramhans gained self-realization and ultimate salvation through continuous diligent practice of the inner light and sound meditation alone in one of the isolated caves that is located on the bank of the holy river Ganges. The Padavali of Maharshi Mihi Paramhans is a collection of hymns and mystic poetry written by him in expressing the great excitement of his inner experiences during the intense continuing meditation on the inner light and sound. We will now share with you the selected hymns and mystic poetry from the Padavali of Maharshi Mihi Paramhans. One should remember the long and short of Sri Sadguru's teachings and serve Guru with reverence and love. All deceptions of the world are like optical illusions or the mirage, and sensualities are like sorrows or afflictions. So let Surat or consciousness be withdrawn from all these and focused only on the Almighty, who is unexpressed, pervasive and pervading, but shines beyond all. One should love such unborn, endless and infinite God. Individual souls are all parts of the Supreme Sovereign, as is the relation of the vast firmament with all its parts. However, all distinctions disappear in the dissolution of forms. Both conscious and non-conscious forms of nature come to exist. As a result of the sportive delight of the Supreme Sovereign, never say that nature is unborn and without any beginning. No sorrow is greater than getting into the cycle of birth and death. Devotion to God is a must for breaking this cycle. All men with bodies are capable of devotion to God. With devotion to God internally as well as externally, the doors of body easily get opened. Repeating the name of Guru and concentrating the mind on his physical body. First of all, practice the same resolutely and let dhyana or concentration be undistracted. The individual self is shrouded with the three coverings of darkness, light and sound. With the help of the yoga of vision and consciousness, all the coverings are removed. With the removal of the coverings, Maya or illusions will disappear and the individual soul is united with the Oversoul. Dualism will not exist. Such unshakable belief must remain. Leaving selfhood and showmanship, serve Sadguru with pure heart, humility and full dedication. Doing satsang and practicing dhyana or concentration every day, one must give up adultery, stealing, addiction to all sorts of intoxicants, violence and speaking lies. These principles of Santmat have already been preached by saints. Devotion to Guru is the very essence of all Santmat. Maharshi Mihi says that no spiritual benefit will accrue without one's true devotion to Guru. Divine light and sound. O Guru, generate in me the feelings of service and love to you. I pray that you never allow your love to cease showering on me even for a moment. Traversing through the four species of life for ages, I got variously afflicted. But even today, I have not been able to secure your love and devotion, and ever remained separated from you. My mind every moment revels in many worldly attractions and is never detached from them. I ever remain oblivious of the significance and the ardor of devotion, and as such bear afflictions with pride. O my Guru, you have now kindly acquainted me with the modes of love and awakened the feelings of an unfortunate soul. I don't have either self-motivating force or the support of others, so that I may strive for achieving devotion to you. But if the generous Guru helps, it is possible to get that strength. O Guru, bless me so that my vision stays on the 10th jhar, and consciousness is fully immersed in singing of hymns as it gets immersed in various attractions of the world. May the light divine ever guide my soul, and the divine melody become audible, and remembrance may keep ascending the sky. Thus, getting lost in the quintessential word, the soul is able to locate the original home. All imaginable traces of selfhood in mind, words and deeds may get contained within you. All hopes and predicaments of the world, all enmities and affections of the world be forgotten, and only my devotion to the lotus feet of Guru remains. The very rush of sensuality, anger and greed may not torment, and all my attachments to people and property must wane. Such should be your compassion, O Guru. It will help abundantly. Lying at your lotus feet, I pray you kindly adopt me. Flame of yourself and the symphony of tunes, day and night I may well peruse, O Guru. Kindly drop your unequaled compassion. Waving arati to the omnipotent, laying out the sky within the two eyebrows. In this sky are studded many heavenly stars and the moon, with extremely white, shining and sparkling electric lights. At the time of arati, a very sharp light issues forth. That light is the light of Brahma, being celestial and undefiled. Unmerging the sight with the luminous star, one sees the wonderful waving of light, which is visible only to the devotee with the divine vision. And one with such an insight considers all material objects of the world as despicable. While waving arati, extremely high-pitched, sharp and multiple sounds are heard. Listening to these sounds, Surat is extremely delighted and is bound up with the quintessential word. It rises above the physical body and the external world and reaches that position which is beyond description. The conscious soul at this point surrenders itself before the Lord. This results in breaking of bonds between the individual soul and God. The two unite and the sense of dualism disappears. Maharshi Mehi asks the spiritual aspirants for such waving of light so that they may not have to come to the world again. Prayer to Master and God. O Master, you are highly compassionate and so kindly sympathize. May he lies deep in the world like ocean. Ferry him across this ocean. The deep sea is unfathomable, and the terrible waves seem infinite. The 6 aberrations of the mind are always present. Under such an influence, wisdom gets lost. Love, humility, and chanting names are not possible. Maharishi forgot both the Lord and his own self because of these waves of aberration. O Master, forgetting them, how can he get back his divine self that gives him placid contentment? It is why, driven by his self, he entreats his Guru again and again to take him to his abode. Gripping his arms, Maharishi Mehi does not know how to say his prayer to the Master, who knows that he does not have either knowledge or solemnity. The Master alone would fulfill all his desires and hopes. None else except the Master is his healer. That is why he prays to the Master alone. The Lord is undeviating, desireless, inexpressible, the Master of all, and is all-powerful, unchangeable and different from conscious and non-conscious objects of nature, the very abode of pure self, extremely divine happiness, all-pervading, unborn, the highest one and beyond intelligence and human reach. He is also called Satpurush and Satnam, boundless, without any beginning, middle and end, beyond all and fulfilling all the desires of the devotees, colorless, shapeless, neither the superior Krishna, Rama in Raghu dynasty, nor the jewel among the Yaduvanshis, devoid of sattva, raja and tama gunas, beyond superior and inferior nature, invisible, unique and without any lodgment. He is even beyond eternity, bliss, knowledge, the whole universe, entire world, and the tiny atoms are within you. All things are within you, O Lord, but nowhere you get content. He is highly astounding, most divine and without any comparison. Who can describe his congregated virtues? He is beyond knower, known and knowledge and both happiness and sorrows. He is absolutely free from ignorance and fraudulence. He does nothing, but nothing moves without his bidding. He is the ultimate resting place for all. His magnificence is unfathomable, infinite, and indescribable. Even great scholars' wisdom gets strained while trying to understand his very nature and excellence. O Lord, granting may he his permanent devotion, satisfying his inner urge. For more information on the Padavali of Maharishi Mehi Paramhans, vegetarian, please visit archive.org/details/Padavali of Maharishi Mehi. Delightful viewers, it's been a pleasure to have your company on today's Words of Wisdom.